The US has been convulsed by nationwide protest over the death of African American man in police custody. George Floyd, 46-year-old, died after being arrested by police outside a shop in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Footage of the arrest on 25th May shows that a white police officer kneeling on Mr. Floyd's neck while he was pinned to the floor. The key event that led to Mr. Floyd's death happened within 30 minutes based on the accounts from witnesses. Video footage and official statement were known so far. Hello friends, I am Prashant. You are watching Educational Stuff YouTube channel. Today we are in a discussion of the third article in the Hindu editorial page. This is regarding the land of Unfree, regarding America and the protest regarding the death of African American George Floyd by the police. If you want to see the rest of the article discussion, you can see it from the description link, or you can see it from on the screen right now by eye icon. If ever there were a doubt that racism in US had outlived 8 years under the former President Barack Obama, the events of this week, including protests followed by the death of African American George Floyd in the police action in Minneapolis, Minnesota, have set them the rest. Even as rallies and police crackdowns engulfed a wide swath of American metros, President Donald Trump inserted himself into a controversy and triggered a broader debate on censorship of posts by social media platforms. On Friday, Twitter masked and attached a caution note to tweet by Mr. Trump for glorifying violence. In that tweet, he had labeled protesters calling for action against police for Floyd's death thugs, adding, "When the looting starts and a shooting starts," a reference to a threat by the police chief who in 1967 declared a war and vowed violence revenge on African Americans in Miami Beach. As outrage spreads across social media, Mr. Trump appeared to dial down his rhetoric, subsequently tweeting, "It was spoken as a fact, not as a statement." This is hardly the first time that US President has fanned the flames of hatred. He said, among other things, that Mexicans were rapists and drug dealers. In early 2017, he banned visitors from certain Muslim majority countries. It is almost inevitable that racial tensions will bubble to the surface in an election year and explode when incendiary remarks are made by leaders. Amid such toxic public disclosure, fueled by Republican Commander-in-Chief, hope for more reasonable, tolerant and bipartisan approach rests on the shoulders of Joe Biden, the presumptive Democratic Party nominee. Should Mr. Biden select an African American or a minority community leader as his running mate, the base of these potential voters could broaden and help improve the Democrats' odds of taking back the White House. The potential candidates for this role include California Senator Kamala Harris and Representative Maxine from National Security Advisor Susan Rice, not to mention the First Lady Michelle Obama. However, the mere tokenism of including persons for color as a vice presidential candidate or in a potential Biden cabinet of 2021 will not suffice to heal the painful fractures in American society riven by hateful rhetoric on the race. The balm must include far-reaching legislative reforms on the use of excessive force by police against minorities, punishment for all hate crimes, workplace discrimination, and inhuman treatment of migrants at the border. Unless such an agenda focused on the complete reforms of government institutions towards supporting a pluralist ethos is adopted by next occupant of the White House, the American dream will remain a mirage for many. Regarding the America is in a great need of legislative reform that support pluralist ethos. Regarding the land of Unfree, regarding America, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. If you want to see the rest of the articles, you can see it from the description. And before I conclude, I would like you all to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.